Okay, so you're receiving this video because the pure fact that you've expressed interest or need to know what I can offer you as a speaker. As I have probably alluded to in my speaker bio, I can craft a speech around your needs and desires for your audience. And basically my 7 secrets that I have, my little formula or system or whatever you want to call it, is able to be sculpted with a lot of flexibility to whatever you need, whether it's a business topic or a personal life topic, or if you want it to be a bit of both, or if you want me to use 1 secret or 7, or go over quickly or 7, or if you want to pick 3 of the 7 or 2 of the 7 you would like me to do that, because you of course know your audience best. You know the type of people you're attracting at your event, and so I expect some feedback here so I can craft a speech that will be of benefit to your audience, which makes of course you look super awesome and of course gets me out there. Alright, so let's get started, why don't we? So these 7 secrets that I can give to your topic, the headline is stripper secrets to secrets to sculpt a successful life, or secrets to sculpt a life you desire, secrets to sculpt your life for success or your business for success. We can work out the proper tagline that will once again work best for your audience, because we may not use all 7. Right, the first one is called flow. That's each of the 7 secrets has a key word associated with it, and basically when you put all these 7 secrets together, actually there's a little twist to all this. They're all terms or attitudes or parts of sensuality actually. So each term is about being sensual, and sensual in your business, sensuality in business and in life. So the first one is flow. So flow. Okay, here's the first secret. I help people to acknowledge their past. Do not feel ashamed about your past. It has made you who you are today. And basically I am my own best case study for that, because when I entered pet sitting and house sitting, I hid and took great lengths to hide the fact that I used to be a former adult entertainer and very heavily involved in that, and a glamour model. So I've been naked in front of a lot of people, and been naked in a People magazine centerfold. That's a lot of people that have seen me nude, and believe me, I love that. I will even, if this is a little thing you'll have to give me feedback on. At this point, I can easily, because I use myself as a case study, it'll be up to you if it's too much or if it's something you would like me to include, but I can bring along my People magazine centerfold and the actual magazine that I put in, and the centerfold that what I look like and everything like that, because honestly, I don't care. They can see me nude. Like, it's been published already, and I've got a lot more nude pictures of me out there. Seriously, I could stand right here nude as a talk and I wouldn't be bothered. It's just a body, people. And so anyway, the first secret is flow. It's about acknowledging your past, being not ashamed of it, acknowledging it, being proud of it a little even, and it's made you who you are. All of it. Do not have any regrets. It's also about flow. It's flowing from the past to the present, and acknowledging where you are now, where have you been and where you're at now, and then basically understand your unique life journey and how you've ended up here, because ultimately these secrets are for people who are feeling a little stuck and lost, or basically like I said, I have used these over and over when I felt like I need to change something in my life or business. I'll look at my past, look at my present, see how I've ended up here now, and acknowledge the past has made me who I am, and it's not something to be guilty or ashamed of. And yeah, just basically be present to here and now. benefits of doing flow is an attitude of gratitude. Is if you are acknowledging your past and being okay with it, you're being in gratitude about it, aren't you? So clarify your past accomplishments, mistakes, and life lessons, as well as know what you need to do now. Things that people can do for this, the actual action steps or implementation, that's the word, is what are the lessons. Look at basically your life up until this point. Look and what are the lessons you have learned. Note down a few big ones, things that are stuck with you. When basically the year, the lesson learned. Ask yourself then, how did you specifically learn it? Like, what was the event that happened around it? And what is the lesson you learned or knowledge you gained from that event? Why was it such an important thing? And of course, being present to the here and now. Where are you now? Basically, have you got debts? I think most of us do these days, but regardless of they're good or bad, regardless, put them down there, your expenses, your liabilities, personal as well as life and business and all this sort of stuff. Do you have children? How much is your income? Does it flush away? Is it, be present to where you're at now. Do you have any pets? And be present where they're at now. Your children and where they're at now. And your, of course, relationship status, where that is at now. Your spirituality, where that is at now. Your health, where is that at now? It goes on and on and on. So just this, in itself, just this little secret is a big topic. So you can see why I could easily devote a good portion of a 3-day event to it. Regardless. So the first secret is flow. I can talk about that if you would like me or not. Right. We shall move on, people. The second secret is pleasure. Like I said, each secret has a key word associated with it. So the second secret is pleasure. This is about understanding the vision you have for you. So pleasure, it's about you now. It's like still about us. I know the previous one was about us, but we kind of looked at the past and we're at present, but now we're delving more into ourselves. So understand the vision you have for you, for your life in 6 months, 5 years, 10 years, like a kind of a vision plan, or have you got a vision board or anything? Kind of mind map that. And then, of course, the business side of this is understanding your business, where if you have been, for new people who are new in business, it's a case of just look at your past or even model other people for this, but this is more aimed at people who are in business or been in business for at least 6 months to a year. Because you have to kind of look to the past. So understand the vision you have for your business now, 6 months, 5 years, blah, 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 and so that's the business side of this. And the life in 6 months, 5 years, that's the personal development side of things. Understand yourself. What are your gifts? What do you bring to the world? What in your business or life gives you pleasure? Sort of thing. Hence pleasure. This is about focusing, because vision is pleasurable to think about. Thinking about our visions is pleasurable. It's like smiley face, Oh yeah, where could I be in 5 years' time? 6 months time. Ooh, sort of thing. It's pleasurable. That's why this topic. What is your legacy? This is also, once again, linked to vision. What is the legacy people want to leave behind? And, of course, this basically so you can know your strengths and weaknesses and be able to make informed choices about your life or business when you come to it, because you want to love your unloved parts of yourselves, but also love the loved parts of yourselves. That's personal and business sort of thing. So in the business capacity, what that means is, for me, I love doing the videos, doing social media, and a little bit of networking. I like that too. And certain things I love. Data entry is my unloved part of myself and part of my business. But I have to, how do I make that pleasurable and enjoy that sort of thing? So anyway, and there is an actionable steps to this. how to is basically sit down. It's a mind mapping sort of thing. Don't worry about if it's all over the joint or everywhere. I do have questions that I go through with that can help people get clarification on their vision and of course or on their business vision or on their personal life vision, and then basically go 6 months, 5 years, 10 years, 50 years, and then the legacy part is 100 years, 500 years. Then basically know thyself sort of thing. What are your passions? What brings you pleasure in your life as well as in your business? Which part of your business brings you joy? Who am I? Who do you see yourself as? Are you a mum? Are you a pet parent? What are the labels you put on yourself? And what do you want to be? Like, how do you vision yourself as well? Like the type of person you want to be. And then, of course, the quote for this that is very appropriate is, "The future toes where the present is heading." Yeah. So that was Secret Tour. So we could, like I said, each of these can be used as a topic in themselves, or else can be used all together and I just quickly go over them, or it's a case of you pick which ones you want me to use for your audience. Secret number 3, intuition. Now, basically, I've got notes here. Listen to your intuition and develop the ability to be intuitive, because some people are naturally intuitive, other people are naturally intuitive, so they just need to learn how to listen to it. Other people are already intuitive, they will regard themselves as intuitive and just need that reminder. Just listen. Just listen. That's all you need to do. Sort of thing. We all have it. Listen to your gut. You know, that's the whole common saying. It will never steer you wrong. It's your inner guidance. We all have it. Your own personal magic 8 ball. The purpose is to prevent overwhelm and give clarity, because we've gone past, be present to the present, you know, what makes us who we are, our vision, blah, 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 in the first 2 secrets, but now this is going to give us a little bit of clarity about things when we move on to the next lot of secrets. Developing this is huge. Okay. Do go over the fact that the reason why most of us doubt ourselves or doubt our intuition or doubt the guidance of the universe or our inner selves or whoever you call the angels or whatever you want to refer them to are there for us. They have got us, and we do always doubt it. Believe me, I do. And unfortunately, all of us have an underlying soundtrack that goes something like this: there's something wrong with me, I'm not good enough, I have no talent, I don't deserve it, I can't do it, it's too hard. So the how-to, the actionable step for this is actually quite something that people have to go away and do. They basically sit down, spend the next 48 hours expecting a specific concrete answer to a specific concrete question. So they've got to get some, this is where they've got to get some clarity. What is it they want? What is a question that's in their head they want to know about? Choose one and be specific about it and ask the universe, your guidance, for an answer to it. Choose an issue that's troubling you, something with a yes-no answer, something on which you're confused and don't know what to do. Ask for a clear, non-debatable answer and ask for it to show up in the next 48 hours. Then forget it and just listen. This is actually based on experiment number 5 or in a book called E Squared by Pam Grout. Highly recommend that book. But yes, it's basically making us tune in to that inner guidance. It's there always with us, and the universe has got us and it will always steer us in the right directions. It will tell us where to go, right or left. Just listen. It's all about just quieting and listening. So meditation, all that sort of stuff can happen, be good for some people. Other people just need to learn just to trust that gut a little bit more. It won't steer you wrong. It's okay. So that's number 3. Secret number 3. All right, secret number 4. Creative is the key word for this one. And purpose, from marketing and sales through to how to deal with obstacles in our personal lives, as well as enable us to know All the options available to needs creativity. It's just life. Life is creative. It's just tapping into that. Just because, once again, this is aimed at people who have got frustration, overwhelmed, they're feeling lost, they want to take control of their lives and all this sort of stuff. So they've got to get creative with it. In a business capacity, definitely get creative with how to overcome obstacles in your business. You want more leads, you want more sales, you want to get in front of people, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, get out of your head too. It's in our head, but get out of it, get in our right brain or whatever, and get creative sort of thing. It's, look, colours, whatever you need to do to get creative sort of thing, do it. And like I said there, the benefits is confidence in knowing all your available options right now and how to overcome obstacles around marketing in business capacity as well as marketing. Allows you to be a more effective marketer. The best copywriters, they do get in the heads of their ideal client sort of thing. Get in the head of the ideal client and off they go. And that's a creative process. Basically, the how-to is basically mind mapping. Mind map software. And just search in Google and be vulnerable. Be vulnerable with yourself. Vulnerability is the birthplace of creativity. So, yes, it's time to be a little vulnerable, because in order to overcome this obstacle, just dig down deep in there, develop the intuition. So this is where you put everything out. So basically, creativity, this step, secret number 4 is you put it all out there, because you've developed your intuition, secret number 3. But this was, forget about that for now, just putting it all out there. Mind mapping, like I said, just put it, or you can get all post-it notes, put it all out there, and basically sitting there and listening to your intuition, getting that guidance, and just going, right, that got that. All right, and just maybe something else will come up, sort of thing because of it. Another way to do it, to tap into the creative process, usually a little intuition, is this process here. I don't know if you could, I'll try and get the, so I'll go over it. Step 1 is to shut out distractions, notice the silence, clear your head. However you want to do that, do it. Step 2, establish a share and clear outcome intention for the process. So before we put it all out there in my map, in the middle, what is the intention? What is the clear outcome you are wanting here? And then basically ask yourselves questions, wait, and choose not to prejudge. Don't prejudge the answers you come up with. This is a creative process. No judgment here, people. Be as wacky and weird as you want to be, sort of thing. It's just basically ask yourselves questions and then put it up on that mind map or that wall or whatever, and let it come out. Acknowledge and listen to what comes up. And then 5, get curious, ask more questions. So you see that, this is a creative process thing. See that? Okay, ask more questions. What can you go in deeper into? This is about being vulnerable. Vulnerability is the birthplace of creativity. That is a Brené Brown quote. And the 6th one says display gathered consciousness and then organize gathered info. 6 you can ignore. I've forgotten exactly what that means when I came up with that. But 7, organize gathered info. This is where you've put everything out, and this is the way you start to listen to your intuition. Secret number 3, and gather it all in there. And extract consciousness is basically just, yeah, it's part of it sort of thing. So that's number 4. Secret number 5, luxurious. Secret number 5 is one I need to do more often. It's one that it's not my best one. It's my unloved secret. But I'm trying to make it fun for me, and it is part of it sort of thing. This is a great one for anyone left-brained and our accountants out there and everything like that. Luxurious is know your numbers. 3 words, know your numbers. No, want to earn $500,000, want to earn $500,000, want to earn $1 million. That's business-wise. Personal life, want you want to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, if you're that way inclined. Whatever you want, there is a mathematical answer to it. Any mathematician worth their salt will tell you, maths rules the world, sort of thing. And it does. And if you know your numbers, know the breakdown of your income and expenses, your return on investment or marketing, sales, etc. That's the business orientated aspect of it. But at the same time, in your personal life, you want to spend more time with your family. You want to be able to go out and do some more social events. So social events have costs. What are those costs? Costs of fuel, the food and or drink, fuel, time costs, not just of time cost being there, the time cost of, for us females, definitely getting ready and the dress and everything, the shoes. Do we have to buy new shoes or a new dress to be able to do this? What does that cost? Know your numbers, sort of thing. So if you know the costs, then you can weigh up. You can even the return on investment on a social. That sounds bad, but this is kind of unemotional. This one, luxurious is a bit unemotional, but luxurious is about the bling bling, and having the fast plane, the cars, and for the guys having the girls, and for the girls having the hot guys, and having the money and the shoes and the handbag and the Gucci handbag and whatever luxury means to you. And we kind of need to know our return on investment, because that kind of helps us ground our decisions as such. So knowing your numbers will allow you to make smart decisions. That's what I put in. So, right. So now secret number 5. Yay! We're getting there, people. Secret number 6. You may think this may not be appropriate for your audiences, but it's actually really juicy, and you could see my process here. So I think this is awesome. Secret number 6 keyword is intimacy. So once again, I can talk about intimacy in regards to personal lives or in regards to business. In regards to business, it's quite easy. By this point, hopefully you have a very complete picture of how you've sculpted your business to your needs and desires. This secret is about stripping your ideal client naked. So for a business component, we're now looking, who is your ideal client? Let's strip them down, sort of thing, and get intimate with them. Whilst you're also getting to the core vulnerability of your ideal client, so as you can have your marketing attract them, take this chance to also be intimate with yourself. And I've got a little note here. Connection gives us meaning in our lives. In order for connection to happen, we have to be vulnerable and allow ourselves to be seen. Intimacy and vulnerability are very linked. In a personal context, here's that quote. Don't know if it's showing up properly there, but in our personal lives, we've got to be vulnerable and intimate with ourselves. Like, what is our core vulnerabilities? What is my biggest fear? So I think it took me a long time, but I realized I've got an overriding, and I will quite readily admit this now. I have a lifelong journey and constantly dealing with this fear. In my opinion, we have 3 main fears in our lives we're all trying to deal with, but one of them, we always have one of them that's kind of like the overriding one, and then the others are there, but they're kind of more secondary. My overriding one, out of abandonment, powerlessness, and worthlessness, is abandonment. Over and over and over again. This is where you be vulnerable and be a bit intimate with ourselves, and I had to be a bit intimate with myself to realize, yes, that's my lifelong journey I've got to do in this life, who I am, sort of thing. Yes, there's of course worthlessness and powerlessness in there too, but they're part of the human experience. We're all going to have those 3 show up at one point or another, but we all have one specifically that's our overriding thing, and this is where you get intimate with that, and that's my ultimate fear, is abandonment. And we usually know this, go way back, like when did we kind of first experience this, and that was the one we felt. Or is it worthlessness? Or is it powerlessness? Then we know we can go from there. That is our core vulnerability. Okay, now we can speak to ourselves a bit more and go from there and deal with life a bit more easier and know, right, that's why this and this is happening because of my fear of abandonment. So I now need to deal with that sort of thing. And that goes into also intimacy of your own spiritual beliefs and da-di-da-di-da. Just, it's a very heavy topic for personal wise. So it may not be great for speaking publicly, but still could be. Business-wise, it's quite easier because it's about sitting there thinking in front of your ideal client, because we've all got one, and if we don't know one, it's about being intimate with ourselves enough to think of one. Who is our ideal client? What do they look like? If they're sitting in front of us, who are they? What do they look like? Where they hang out? Blah, blah, what their age is, demographics, da-da-da-da-da, sort of thing. Then we sit there and we'll strip them a bit more and strip them naked and get intimate with them and go, what is their fears? What are they afraid of? What are their frustrations? What brings them pleasure? What are they proud of? Blah, 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 sort of thing. So business-wise, it could be crafted to that as well as personal and life. And yeah, it's about being intimate. Also, like for personal life, can be intimate in what you want for a partner. You sit there and go, my ideal partner is this, blah, blah, blah. Or else, in regards to your pets and your children, getting intimate with them and finding out what their core vulnerabilities are and what they're afraid of, proud of, blah, blah, blah. Getting to know them a bit more. This is an intimate process. You are really getting to know people a lot more in this process. So, right. So that's number 6. Pretty heavy. So, the final one, which is my favourite. I think it's everyone's favourite, especially after we've done a lot of that. Spicy. It's called Secret 7 is spicy. And spicy is how to have fun. Look after you, and even in regards to your sex life. So I'm going to touch on that. It's a case, sex rules the world. It does. You know, we're born because of sex. And everything we do kind of is related to it. Even if you're asexual to promiscuous, like, not promiscuous, but, everything. There's a broad, sexuality is very broad. It's not black and white. There's no heterosexual, homosexual, and blah, blah, blah. It's actually, woo, we all fall on that scale somewhere where even with heterosexual people, that I'm very hetero, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, fair enough, but they may not be. There's no such thing as, I believe, as someone that's 100% heterosexual. If they're true to themselves, if they get intimate with themselves. But anyway, and then there's on the other end of the scale, homosexuality and stuff, and we all generally fall somewhere around there, sort of thing. And then, of course, with our sexualities, there's asexual who don't really have any desire for sex. They're like, sex is good, but, meh. And then they've got the other end of the side where, I'm a trisexual. I'll try anyone once. It's like, and then we all run in between there. It's like, spicy is about that. Let's have fun. Keep it spicy. Keep business and your life spicy, okay? Put a little oregano in there. Put a little chili in there if you like it a little bit spicy. Put a little bit of Italian herbs if you want to. Spicy, yay! So I could talk about that, and that usually, spicy is where I also input the sensual dance component of my teachings as such, because I am a dancer. I love dancing. That's how I keep fun in life and stuff, is I love to dance, and I love to help other people learn how to express their bodies and dance in that way. And sensual dancing isn't dirty and disgusting and wrong. It's actually not. It's very, the way I teach it and the way I break it down, you'd see it's like, oh my God, that's so harmless. Like, tell me if this move is in your face, very, oh my God, it's a thing. That's actually one of the moves I teach for sensual dance. It's called their sexy ponytail, or I forgot what we called it, but I forgot what we called it. But it's to do with playing with the hair, sort of thing. And even doing this, instead of going like that, the sensual dance way is to grab it around and do that, or even just to take it a little bit slower. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Okay? Because this is a move. Even you grab it and you put it in like that, and you just play with it and bring it around front a bit, and then see, keeping it spicy, keeping it fun. It's about doing that with business and life. Like, how can you put a little spice in your business so then it doesn't feel menial and drab all every day. Like when you do Facebook, you know, like find quotes that turn you on. You know, it's about being turned on about life, sort of thing, juiced up about it, and all that. So anyway, they're my 7 secrets. I usually present these in more depth as such at my one-day event. My one-day event's called Strip of Confidence. And it's a one-day intensive, I call it. It's 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And like I said, it's on Saturday, 7th of June, my first one ever. And basically, I will have a 3-day event after that. Ask me for the dates when I'll have the dates after I've done the one-day sort of thing. And the 3-day will be definitely delving into these a bit, all 7 secrets a bit more, and I'll actually be asking other people to come on board and help with it, because the luxurious one, like I said, is my most unloved secret, and the one I have to learn a lot. So I'll probably get my accountant to come on board, or as it's a women-only event, I'll try and find a female-only accountant that's quite happy to talk about numbers, return on investment, and all that sort of stuff. Be able to crunch the numbers for people, and maybe even for the spicy one, even though I have the dancing aspect there, someone else could talk about something else. And even with the intimacy one, of course, easily if I know anyone that does PR or wants to give a little talk about PR, to do PR, you've got to be a little bit intimate with yourself and your audience, and be able to be seen and vulnerable and everything like that. Creative, I could possibly do with someone. But regardless, they're all my 7 secrets. And ultimately, as I said at the start of the video, people can take one and run with it. You can take all 7 and run with it, or they can pick and choose. That's the whole point. They're meant to come up with their own little formula or system and stuff like that to be able to sculpt the life that for success and for what they love. Because this is what I've been doing over and over and over again myself for both my stripping career and my pet sitting businesses. And then, of course, in my personal life, like when I sit there and I go, what do I want to do? So what do I want? If you have any more questions, feel free to email me. I'll have all the details somewhere floating around on this video. And I'll talk to you soon. Cheers!